This was no average Saturday morning on the streets of Lusaka. The usual calm before the hustle and bustle of weekend activities was disturbed by the high-pitched shouts and chants of a group intent on making their voices heard. These were the sights and sounds of a public protest in full swing, one that would stir controversy across the country. In an effort to understand what this was all about, my colleague Patrick and I decided to take a closer look and spoke to several activists involved in this public event.
So women are marching against SGB, which stands for sexual and gender-based violence against women. So the march is basically us advocating for the rape and the violence against women in Zambia to stop.
Basically, we're just advocating for recognition of women's rights. You know, for so long, the patriarchy has been in control. It's all been always about men. We're trying to fight for a world where women are able to have the same opportunities as men. We're trying to fight for a world where women can be educated, where women can take the lead, basically. Basically, it's just power to she.
I'm advocating for free body rights. Nobody has the right to judge what you wear, judge what you do, because you're a woman. It's your body, your right at the end of the day. You can wear what you want to wear. People saying women get raped because of clothes, you know, it doesn't make sense and it's not an excuse.
How would you describe a woman?
A woman, listen. God created women on a Sunday when he was relaxing. Adam Nalala, he's sipping his favorite wine. It was red with a mix of white wine. And he said, let there be Eve. And Eve was created. She wasn't created from the dust. She was created from a rib. That should show you women are supposed to be delicate, gentle, handled with care, not how you'll be treating us.
A woman for me is magic.
A woman is a god. Oh my God, a woman is a god. A woman.
On March 4th, 2023, the Sister Foundation hosted their annual Women's March, which attracted scores of young people and international feminist activists from various African countries. This march had been an annual fixture in Zambia since 2019, where gender-based violence, bodily autonomy, and human rights are said to be the major points of concern. This group claims to be concerned about upending perceived intersectional systems of oppression like patriarchy and capitalism, while also championing against the prevalence of emotional and sexual abuse in society.
Okay, hi, my name is Mwangala Monde. I am the co-founder of the Sister Foundation, the organization that organized this Women's March and the 3 previous ones.
All right, awesome. So let's get to the march. What's this march all about?
This march is a march against sexual and gender-based violence. We are protesting the injustice, obviously, that is that women experience before, even after experiencing sexual and gender-based violence. Access to justice is really, really difficult. So we picked that as a theme this year because we really wanted to highlight the hurdles that people have to jump, victims have to jump when they have been sexually assaulted in Zambia.
Okay. It is no secret that feminism has been derived from a theistic ideology which makes it antithetical to Christianity. However, a few of the activists at the Women's March provided intriguing answers about whether or not they believe that Christianity and feminism can coexist.
Now, Zambia is a Christian nation. Where does that place feminism really places that?
Feminism is not a new concept. It has always been there, even in the Bible. It's only that, anyway, this is controversial. It's only that certain things are just, certain things from the Bible are only written from a patriarchal point of view. So we don't see the whole thing. But it's still the same. God still is God for all. God doesn't choose to say this is a woman, this is a man. And
how would you define feminism?
I'd first start to say everyone is born a feminist. You just change into believing what society wants to believe.
Do you honestly think feminism and Christianity can coexist?
When you put in the context of Christianity, because here Christianity is a whole thing, it's a lifestyle. For us, Christianity is a choice. We might be raised in a Christian family, but you are given the choice to say, okay, I'm still Christian, but I believe it can coexist. Regardless of what the Bible says, we need equality. We don't live with the Bible, we live what the Bible says we're supposed to be living with. But the Bible was not written now. It was written then. People who wrote it then understood the world then, but now we are here and our struggles are women's rights.
And feminism in Zambia, knowing that Zambia is a Christian nation, how does that balance really?
Feminism in Zambia and Christianity, the balance is very unstable when it comes to me, because in the church they would tell you to obey.
Who says you can't be feminist and Christian? We had strong female rulers in the Bible. Queen Esther, for example, she took the lead. Queen Sheba, who was the consort of Solomon? I mean, there are women leaders in the Bible that we can look to. Mary, the mother of God, who was it that was chosen to bring Jesus into the world? Was it not a woman? Feminism has long been there. Even God himself advocated for women. If it wasn't the case, a man would have brought forth the Messiah.
Speaking as an almost not Christian, unfortunately, feminism and Christianity would not coexist unless maybe Christianity accepts the fact that we should be able to embrace women as they are. But then we have all these issues on a woman should not what, a woman, but then if you're tired, you're tired. You don't have to show up if you're tired. It's okay for you to take a day off and just sit and, not do all those things that you have to do, because being a woman means waking up at 4 a.m., it means taking care of the kids and the home. It's okay for you to be tired. It's okay for others to also take the responsibility in the home.
Is gender a social construct, or is it something that God ordains?
We also have men that identify themselves as women. What's your take on that?
I think people should be able to live their truth in whatever form they think befits them. The best thing you can do is just support them and show empathy, make safe environments for them, such as these ones,
So we should also respect their rights.
Sorry, the important thing is respecting their rights, because they are human beings,
Our stance on men
being transgender.
Yes.
I mean, anyone can do whatever they want to do. It's not like we can.
As long as they're not harming anyone.
As long as we're not harming anyone, we have no right to tell them what to do. If they love themselves like that, then we should respect them like that.
I feel like it's their mandate to make sure that every human being actually enjoys the rights, equal rights. The rights that everybody has, the rights that the men enjoy, women should enjoy, trans women should enjoy. People in the LGBTI community should also enjoy those rights. We want a safe and an equal country for everybody, not just the straight heterosexual man.
So for instance, talking about human rights, so even when a man identifies himself as a woman, he is a woman.
I wouldn't say that person is a he, because gender is a social construct. And I think when we start to dismantle those things, that's when you can understand that gender is something that's socially constructed, not something that is inbuilt in us. What is inbuilt in us is our biological sex. That's me having breasts and having a vagina, but my gender is what I identify as.
If we really believe that God exists and that He is the one who determines reality, we must understand that He is the one who determines a person's sex and determines how they should behave in accordance with their biological sex. Although the controversy regarding the Women's March has become a polarizing controversy this year, many are yet to realize that this sort of activism has been going on for years. This is not the first year that activists associated with the Sister Foundation have promoted the need for transgender and homosexual rights. Anne Holland, the organization's founder and program director, insinuates in her Twitter biography that she is a trans rights activist. Her radical takes on human sexuality are an intentional affront to God and Christianity, a religion that on numerous occasions she has claimed to oppose. In the wake of public outcry, Zambia police expressed shock and alarm at the happenings of the Women's March, despite the fact that they have sanctioned and provided security for this event for several years. Could it be that their statements condemning the march is a strategy to fend off critics from influential clergy, organizations and concerned citizens?
As Battle Cry for Zambia, we strongly condemn the protest which was done at Mandahill, organized by some organization to promote homosexuality and gay rights. As Battle Cry for Zambia, we want to state that Zambia is a Christian nation. As a nation, we believe on Christian values and our culture values. As Battle Cry for Zambia, we believe that such behavior has got a potential to bring moral decay in our nation. As Battle Cry for Zambia, however, would like to urge the government to take a strong action on such type of behavior by those who organized the march.
Listen to this excerpt from a statement published by the Pentecostal Assemblies of God a day after the march took place. The Pentecostal Assemblies of God hereby calls on government of the Republic of Zambia to once and for all state its official and definitive position on the matter of LGBTQ activities that have continued within our borders. The latest instance is a gay rights march that took place right in the capital Lusaka, in which homosexuals and lesbians proclaimed their interests and made their demands, all with the accompaniment of police escort. The police heard and witnessed the vulgar and insulting language with which the protesters were promoting gay lifestyles and openly offered support. We do not accept the announcement by the Zambia Police Service that the organizers of the protests have been summoned when the police service provided security to the protesters. The police are pretending to follow the law when in fact they allowed the gay rights protesters to offend the cultural sensitiveness of the Zambian population. Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia Executive Director Andrew Mwenda had this to say about the march.
From the foregoing, it is our strong position that it is necessary to act against the proliferation of this community in Zambia and other negative vices which are adverse and seem to be on the increase. And I want to repeat this, that as the church, do not provoke us to act. It is not the best. We do not want to react. We want to act in love and want to do things better. These acts are clearly a violation of the biblical teachings and an arbitrary disrespect of the rule of law, among others. The Evangelical Fellowship of Zambia wishes to bring it out that as a secretariat, we will be bringing an awareness against these offense trends which seem to be on the increase in our society.
A few days after the Women's March and after complaints from various influential entities in the country, several leaders within the Sister Foundation were arrested and charged with providing false information to police officers and unlawful assembly. Danny Mwale is a police deputy spokesperson.
Police have charged and arrested the co-founder of Sister Foundation, identified as Gladys Mwangalamonde, aged 29, of Silver Rest area in Lusaka, with the offense of giving false information to public officers and unlawful assembly. Police have also charged and arrested 3 others, identified as Ann Kazira, aged 28, of Civic Center area in Lusaka, who is the program director, Chilombu Kabambi, aged 22, an administrative assistant under the same foundation, and Lucy Mwila Chanda, aged 25, with the offense of unlawful assembly. The suspects are in police custody and will appear in court soon. Investigations have intensified. Meanwhile, police have instituted investigations into the programs and activities of Sister Foundation.
Homosexuality in Zambia is illegal. Section 155 of the Republican Constitution, Cap 1 of the laws of Zambia under the Unnatural Offences criminalizes the act as a felony punishable by terms of imprisonment which range from 15 years up to a life sentence. Just recently, Republican President Hakainde Hichilema, during his visit to Chingola on the Copper Belt, stated that homosexuality has no place in Zambia.
This country has decided long time ago, and it shall be going forward, we as a population, we as a political party, we or parties, we as individuals, including myself, we do not support gay and lesbian.
An important question we must ask regarding all this is, what is the best way to address the incremental advance of homosexuality in Zambia? Is it through legal action or moral formation? While God gives a swear to the state to punish that which is evil and protect which is good, this does lead to challenge the ideas, worldviews, and practice of those bent on normalizing sin. For as long as the church persists in its denial and apathy regarding the pervasive moral degradation in culture, vices like homosexuality will inevitably increase. We should be careful not to depend on politicians to do what we have been called to do as the church. Nations are discipled through our efforts as a church and not through political strong-arming. The question we must ask is, how have we as the church contributed to the moral carnage around us? What have we overlooked and where have we fallen asleep that, as a consequence, has given way for progressive ideas like feminism, transgenderism, and homosexuality to gain a foothold in the hearts and minds of so many in our culture today? A notable feature at this year's Women's March was the presence of young children who are willingly chaperoned by their parents in a show of solidarity with feminism. One particular little girl wore a t-shirt with the words "Little Feminist" printed on it. While debates rage on regarding presidential statements and court proceedings, young minds are being polluted and conditioned to buy into a progressive agenda. Are parents too distracted, gullible, or corrupted to notice or be concerned with what their children are learning and what they are being conditioned to believe? I fear that many parents will realize what their children have only become when it is too late. Reporting for Christian Voice News, I'm Angel Kasabo.